Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. It is Dan with Alpha Traders at alphatraders.com, at Alpha Traders Inc., YouTube, and Twitter. Don't forget to hit that like and sub button as we come every Sunday with the week ahead. And we're going to look at this monstrosity that is the E-mini 500s. It's a monstrosity as it was a huge down day going following Powell, pretty much saying he's going to get a 50-point rate spike in May, and we're probably looking at another 50 points next FOMC after that. And pretty much what the Fed is saying is we need to kill growth, not growth stocks, but growth in general, for inflation to come under control. And I think they're pretty much on point, unfortunately, but that is where they're at. So market saw it coming, and it popped it all the way down past this demand zone here at 43.57. When this fell, we actually shorted 45.03 up here going into Powell. We made some really nice money. Probably could have held it a little longer, but you don't want to be a pig. You don't want to sit on 300-400%. And go, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit and let it go, because usually 9 times out of 10 those reverse on you and they end up zero. So we were taking our money, playing it down. We tried for a bounce. We didn't get the bounce at the end of the day here. We didn't get a gap up and go, or at least not a go, but at least a mini gap up or some sort of consolidation around all of this, all of this muck, I guess you could call it. Daily closes and daily lows and just a lot of muck right there that you figure that'll hold it for a little while, but the next day they just took it down. And I tried to play a bounce a couple times, failed each time, unfortunately, but we did hit some downs. We had some hedges that were coming down. I honestly didn't think we were going to get a 127 point down day on a Friday. They usually don't let things like that happen. You get maybe 2 to 3 days a year where you catch this downside or upside, and it's on a Friday, and it's just such a big day for people. So the odds are usually against that. End of day, we caught some really nice trades. We ended up, net up about 80%. We had a couple 300%ers and then a couple that went to zero. So it was a very interesting day for the minis. So now what do we do next, right? Well, I think it's a couple things that it's no surprise that the low of the day on ES was 42.47. That 42.50 area, if you look historically, there's a 1, 2, 3 bounces from January. This is the beginning of the year. There's we can call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bounces in this cluster, and then it started acting as resistance, and it bounced down. So, and then obviously this, if you remember this day, there was a pump up on it, and the thing just died, I believe, on that day. But again, acting again as resistance. And as soon as it got through, boom, look at that rocket coming off. So you can see this area right here is a big demand zone, and an area that they're going to be playing with this week for sure. We have Microsoft, we have Google with earnings this week. Big earnings for both. We'll take a look at that in other videos, but let's just talk about futures here. So my plan going into it, again, we're going to tread lightly, because this could be, they may want to take it 3 days down to, 42.15. They may want to take it this 42.15 area tonight and down into tomorrow, and then bounce it, because again, there's a lot of historical supply here. Lots. 1, 2. And then this was just thin volumes, so it tells you that that's where it goes. You want to see where the volume is really ending up. So there's a lot of historical supply here. If they just think that this is just down, and they're not buying anything until 4,100, then that's what they're going to do, and it'll be 4,100. But I'm going to play it level to level. I want to see how they look overnight in Globex. I want to see how Europe does when we wake up tomorrow. But I do expect a bounce soon. I thought we were going to get one on Friday. I really did. I thought that there was enough demand here to screw some late shorts, but they just let the shorts play it out. And maybe there was 20 minutes where they didn't. So I'm looking at this 42.50 level, between 42.50, 42.67, where the body of the candle is here. And also, if you want to take it down, you just want to use the candles themselves, 42.51. That's where some liquidity was. They may want to fill that going in. And if it's just a free fall under 42, 42.50, we'll call it. If it's just a free fall, you're looking at 42.15 coming up next. I think they will bounce it because it's just a relief bounce. It's nothing more than many shorts taking profits. And then we'll probably get a bounce here. This is the bearish retest at 43.57. So this is where I'm looking at to go short again. I might actually layer in some shorts here. And then my stop, of course, would be a daily close over 43.57. Or if it went over 43.57, I'll use the +2 rule. If it gets to 43.59 and it hangs there, or if it shoots above it, I'll probably close my shorts and wait for it to get some confirmation that we're going to go back under it. And I'll be looking at order flow and all that, and we'll see what happens. But the confirmation underneath this will be key, because I think 43.57 is going to be a key level this week. I would expect them, and again, the market will do what it wants, but all my experience tells me that into earnings, if they pump this into earnings of Google and Microsoft, that will tell me I probably want to sell it. If we're sitting at Microsoft and Google at 43.10, I probably want to sell that to go down on earnings. I usually don't play earnings, but I might at the 11th hour at 2:59 Central play some puts on that. We'll see how it goes. If they just push down, I would maybe try to reverse it and see if they can buy it down. If we're buying it down here by Tuesday, if we can buy it back up to get back to 43.57. But the market just isn't going to let everybody and their mom just go down. That's just not how they work, even during COVID lows. So we'll see how it works out. But I'm looking at 42.50 as my lower pivot, 42.15 as my target for shorts. New shorts that may come out if we get under 42.51. I would expect this to hit. And then a bounce of some sort. They may use this to bounce back to 42.51, and it may be a very subtle bounce before going back to 4100. But so many scenarios. There's a lot going on. This is a breakdown. Obviously, you can see the pattern. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and wouldn't that be something if it ran all the way back up to 4,800 over the next few weeks? But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's in the cards. But we'll see how it goes. Not overly bearish in the sense of like everything I do is just short. In a perfect world, I want to see a bounce, a relief bounce, and then a pushback lower. That's really where I want to see. Have questions? Throw them in the comments. Happy to answer any, and we'll see you guys this week. Good luck.